Are you crazy?
That's meaningless to me.
Hey guys, I've got something a little different for you today. This is called the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. In this game, you play as a psychiatrist and you're trying to solve a murder of this doctor, I believe, while you're treating his patients. The cool thing about it is that it's all done in FMV. Their responses are all recorded and you can, like, I guess, type in what you want to say to them and they'll respond. So I thought it sounded really cool. And it just came out a couple days ago, so I wanted to give it a shot and see what it's all about. So we're just gonna start. We'll start a new game.
Some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide. Have you heard of it?
If I concentrate hard enough, and I know when the person's going to be asleep, I can have the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
Sometimes, when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else. Literally, somewhere else.
God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
It starts as a door-to-door saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
Dr. Dekker, I think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because he thinks I'm evil. Because I can see things other people can't.
On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time.
I did what you said, Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you, it's eating people. And you're just laughing.
You're insane, Doctor.
Listen to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job.
Well, that was an opening.
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patient. You're late. And after all those promises, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind.
Okay, Act 1. Who are you? That's a good question.
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patients waiting. And if you want anything, just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to be here. The police still have some questions they want to ask about, you know. And then after that, I'm dropping in to see Ben. He's still in shock, and I thought we'd show we cared. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? Good. Anyway, I hope you're all caught up on Dr. Dekker's tapes. I think Mariana is in first, but I'm sure they'll all become a blur by the end of the day. I'll see you later. Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll leave it to you then.
A red dot next to a patient means ask them more questions. Amber means you're done. The continue button appears when all patients are amber. If a dot turns green, you've... What? Hold on. Watch replays in the responses tab. Look for stars. 2 is important conversation. I can't read this quickly, man. Try using the same words as your patients. Well, I'm gonna be because going green can turn you mad? What? What? Jeez. Give me some time to, like, click through when I'm done reading. Don't just do it for me. Okay. We'll talk to him first, I guess. There he is. Or not? Your notes. Verbal mirroring, a new study in psychology yesterday, suggests using the same words as your patient increases trust, and including a yes or no when answering questions gives them clear direction. Annotation idea. Asterisk, you should follow this up. Double asterisk, definitely follow this up. I'll remove for when done. Okay. What am I just supposed to, like, start asking them questions? Because she's getting... like, they keep vanishing. Alright, I'll try asking a question. How are you feeling today, Bryce?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Why did it... It weirds me out that they vanish, because I think I did something wrong. I wish I had more direction with, like, what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. How are you coping with your depression, Bryce?
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
What? What's the extra hour? What does that mean?
At midnight each day. Time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Uh-huh. I would not make a very good psychiatrist. What do you do during the midnight hour?
I'm not sure what you're asking me. Can you be more specific?
I feel like that was pretty specific. How do you spend the hour?
I have no knowledge of that.
Are you crazy?
That's meaningless to me.
Frustration. Hint! What am I supposed to do? What does he think of Dekker? Okay. What do you think of Dr. Dekker?
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
What are your own problems, Bryce? Haven't we already talked about that? Well... Why didn't you like Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Huh. Do you think Dr. Dekker killed himself?
He wasn't a good man. I don't know how he could live with himself. Perhaps he couldn't.
Keep saying I have more stuff because it's supposed to turn amber when I'm done. Red, keep questioning. Why wasn't Dr. Dekker a good person?
I can't help you there.
It would be kind of nice if it gave you, like, what he said in response, so I didn't have to... Because I think if you click on these, you can watch it again.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Okay, what did Dr. Dekker push you to do?
I know you're asking questions to try and get a bearing, but I'd rather not talk about that now. Let's just enjoy the getting to know you phase before the ugliness kicks in.
What ugliness?
Doctor, pace yourself, please. This is my session. I'm paying.
I'm not getting paid shit for this, sir. How old are you? Fine, we'll get to know each other. How are you feeling is not the same as asking how old are you? There's still things to ask him about. Are you feeling nervous?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Hint. What? I asked him that. Didn't I ask him that? What's the extra hour? What do you mean by the midnight hour?
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
I think you might, eat my liver. That's kind of what I think. I still have more to talk to him about, but I don't really... Why is the midnight hour important? What do you do? I'll try this again. I mean, he said he does extra work.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
Achievement unlocked. Okay. So maybe that... Is he done? Then how did I get an achievement? I don't know how I got that achievement. Okay. Do you like being a grave digger? Grave digger. Hint. I should tell him if I think he's insane. Maybe I'll be nice and be like, I don't think you're crazy, except like I'm hardcore judging you on my notepad.
I don't have anything for you.
20 questions. Well, I know why I got that. What do you mean? You're not insane?
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
Do you think you're insane? Hint cooldown? There's a cooldown? Let's go to somebody else then, jeez. Oh, she's looking a little scary. How are you doing?
Sorry, I don't know.
You don't know. What's shaken? What did you think of Dr. Dekker?
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
What was Dr. Dekker like? Again, that's not the same question. How are you feeling? What's her name? Claire?
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you.
I don't. The problem, like, I get wanting to have it be more open and being able to type in your questions as opposed to choosing them from a list, but it just feels like there's no direction, so I don't even know what to say. Why were you seeing Dr. Dekker? You know what I mean? Like, it's not... I feel very lost. Why are you here?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
What kind of violence?
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
Who's he?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that. I don't know anything about it.
Who provoked you?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
What did you do?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one.
How did the affair make you feel?
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
How did David die?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Did it? I know he's your husband. Didn't she say he died? Did you kill him? Hint. Who? Okay, who are you?
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Did you like Dr. Dekker? Like, I just have to, like, keep saying hints because I don't have any, like, even just jumping off point to go after a conversation has ended. It's like, where are you supposed to go from there? Let's jump to another person. Try talking to them. Alright, who are you?
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Why are you here?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Why is your work stressful?
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
How do you feel about Dr. Dekker?
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
Who do you think killed Dr. Dekker? That is not the same question as how do you feel about him. Do you think Dr. Dekker killed himself? Are you on medication?
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Okay, herbal remedies?
I'm a qualified herbalist. It's okay, you can laugh. Most people think herbalism is a joke. But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower than lorazepam, temazepam, or zolpidem.
Did you give herbal remedies to Dr. Dekker? Okay. Sorry for writing in your notes. Can you let Elin know that Terry called? What? I don't know who that is.
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
Oh. Why doesn't Terry like you? Do you like Terry? Oops. I wonder what okay, what type of nurse are you?
I work in a nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
Okay, so I've been playing for almost a half an hour and I feel like I've gotten nowhere. I really like the concept of the game, like with the FMV and like trying to figure out who actually killed this guy, because supposedly it changes each time, like it's randomized which one of them is the actual killer, which is pretty cool. And apparently there's like over, I think 1600, I mean, full screen responses, like video responses. But the problem is it's very hard as a game. Like, it's very hard to play because I don't feel like I know where to go in asking them things, because I can't really think exactly what the game wants me to ask them, because obviously a lot of my questions aren't even going through, or the game's saying I already asked that even though it's not the same question. So I just feel really stuck and kind of frustrated in that aspect. Like, I really want to like the game because I think it's so interesting and unique and different, but I'm just kind of having a problem navigating it. Like, the frustration is kind of becoming a hindrance in me actually playing and like finishing out the game. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I'd be interested to know what you guys think of it, and if you want to check it out for yourself, you are definitely more than welcome to. I'll be leaving a link to the Steam page for the game if you want to try it. You might have way better luck than I do. Maybe I'm just bad at thinking up questions to ask. That was my experience playing through it. Once again, it's called The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.